Good morning, children. Sairam. Children, today in history, we will continue with lesson number 9, Heritage Management, part 6. Now, children, this is the concluding part of this lesson. In our previous online session, we had discussed about encyclopedia on history related subjects. For example, Maharashtriya Jnankosh. Then we had learned about Bharatvarshiya Chitrakosh, etc. Children, today we will proceed further. Let us learn about Sthalakosh. Now, what is Sthalakosh? Geographic information is very essential for historical studies. So, children, for historical studies, geographical information is very necessary. So, children, encyclopedias giving information about historical places are available. So, what is Sthalakosh? They are encyclopedias which give information about historical places. Okay. So, geographic information is also very necessary for historical studies. Now, Sthanapoti, 14th century CE, is an encyclopedic text which is composed by Muni Vyas of Mahanubhav sect. Children, in the previous class, I had explained to you about Mahanubhav sect. Yes, the founder of Mahanubhav sect was Sri Chakradhar Swami. Okay, so Sthanapoti is an encyclopedic text which is composed by Muni Vyas. Okay, is composed by Muni Vyas of Mahanubhav sect. It describes all those places visited by Chakradhar Swami, and Chakradhar Swami was a founder of Mahanubhav sect. So, Sthanapoti is an encyclopedic text which is composed by Muni Vyas of Mahanubhav sect, and it describes all the places visited by Chakradhar Swami, and Chakradhar Swami was a founder of Mahanubhav sect. Okay, just have a look. Chakradhar Swami, founder of Mahanubhav sect. Okay, it gives us an inkling about Maharashtra in those days. Now, children, inkling means just a slight knowledge or hint. So, it gives an inkling about Maharashtra in those days. It also gives details about time, place and background of the events described in Leela Charitra. Now, children, Leela Charitra is the biography of Chakradhar Swami. So, it gives details about time, place and background of events described in Leela Charitra. And Leela Charitra is the biography of Chakradhar Swami. And hence, it is a very good source for writing about the life of Chakradhar Swami. Okay, so Sthanapati, it gives us inkling about Maharashtra in those days, that is slight knowledge about Maharashtra, and it gives details about time, place and background of events described in Leela Charitra, and therefore it is a good source for writing about the life of Chakradhar Swami. Now, children, let us learn about Prachin Bharatiya Sthalakosh, 1969. Now, children, this encyclopedic book was compiled by Siddheshwar Shastri Chitrao. We had already discussed in our previous online session about Siddheshwar Shastri Chitrao. He has compiled encyclopedic book Prachin Bharatiya Sthalakosh. And children, this book or this encyclopedia, it provides information about various places mentioned in Vedic literature. Then Kautilya Arthashastra. Kautilya is Chanakya's Arthashastra. Arthashastra is basically, it's an ancient Sanskrit treatise on statecraft, economic policy and military strategy. Then Panini's grammar. Now, Panini was basically, he was a father of linguistics, you can say. Okay, he was a grammarian. He was a very reverend scholar in ancient time. Then Valmiki's Ramayana, you all know. Mahabharata, Puranas, medieval Sanskrit literature and Shabdakosh, also in Jain and Buddhist literature, in Greek, Chinese, Persian literature. So, this encyclopedia, that is Prachin Bharatiya Stalakosh, it gives information about various places mentioned in Vedic literature. Then it gives information about Kautilya Arthashastra, Panini's grammar, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puranas, Sanskrit literature, then Greek, Chinese, Persian literature, etc. Just have a look, children. Yes, about the information which is provided in the encyclopedia about Puranas, then Arthashastra, yes, and many more. About the literature, Greek literature, Persian literature, okay. Let us learn about Vishwakosh. Now, children, the first Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Honorable Shri Yashwantrao Chavan, initiated the compilation of Marathi Vishwakosh through Maharashtra Rajya Sahitya Samskruti Mandal with a view to enhance the sphere of Marathi language and literature. So, children, the Vishwakosh, okay, it was basically initiated by Honorable Shri Yashwantrao Chavan, the first Chief Minister of Maharashtra. Just have a look, children, at the image. Shri Yashwantrao Chavan, the first Chief Minister of Maharashtra. Okay, so he has initiated the compilation of Marathi Vishwakosh through Maharashtra Rajya Sahitya Samskruti Mandal. That is a committee, and what was the objective or the view was to enhance the sphere of Marathi language and literature. Maharashtra Rajya Sahitya Samskruti Mandal, that is a committee which was working on Marathi Vishwakosh. Now this work was started under guidance of Tarktit Lakshman Shastri Joshi. Okay, Tarktit Lakshman Shastri Joshi. So this work started under his guidance, and it contains knowledge about all possible subjects in the world. It also contains very important entries about history. Okay, so Vishwakosh, okay, it was initiated by the first Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Honorable Shri Yashwantrao Chavan. Okay, and this work was done under the guidance of Tarktit Lakshman Shastri Joshi, and it contains information about all the possible subjects in the world, and it contains very important entries about history. Now let us learn about Bharatiya Samskruti Kosh. Now children, we had already we had discussed in our previous online session. 10 volumes of Bharatiya Samskruti Kosh were edited and published by Mahadev Shastri Joshi. 10 volumes, okay? 10 volumes of Bharatiya Samskruti Kosh edited by Mahadev Shastri Joshi. These volumes, okay, 10 volumes contain information about Indian history, geography, various ethnic and lingual groups, that is the people, the groups, those who speak a particular language, their local history, their festivals and other cultural aspects. So you have to remember what does it contain. Okay, it contains information about Indian history, geography, various ethnic and linguistic groups, then about their history, about their festivals, about their cultural aspects. And this 10 volumes of Bharatiya Samskruti Kosh, they were edited and published by Mahadev Shastri Joshi. Now children, let us learn about Samanya Kosh. Now children, Samanya Kosh, these are the encyclopedic text explaining the terminology. Now children, what do you mean by terminology? We have discussed this also, children. Terminology, it will give you, or you can say it deals with the terms peculiar to a particular branch of knowledge. So for example, colonialism, globalization, etc. of histories. As I told you about it's about the peculiar branch of knowledge, okay, of any subject. So Samanya Kosh, they are the encyclopedic text. They explain the terminology of history. Okay, so we are talking about the terminology about history subject. So it will give you the information, or you can say the meaning of the subjects of history. That is whatever the meanings are about the history subject. Now such texts are very useful for teachers of history. School, college and university teachers of history can find ample opportunities in the field of publication of encyclopedias. Encyclopedias of all types require experts. Okay, so every subject has a developmental history. So scholars of history can contribute significantly to encyclopedias of various types. Now children, for writing encyclopedias we require experts. Okay, they should be experts of particular subject. So if you write encyclopedia of history, you should have quite a good knowledge about history, and every subject has a developmental history. So scholars of history, they can contribute significantly to encyclopedias of various types. Okay, now children, in this lesson we had covered all these topics, that is source of history, their conservation and preservation, some famous museums, libraries and archives, and encyclopedias. Okay, we have completed this lesson. Okay, so now children, I want every one of you to do this homework. In your books you have to draw these concept maps. They are very important from examination point of view. Now here children, the concept map is about types of encyclopedias. So children, I want every one of you to draw this. Okay, types of encyclopedias. We have dictionaries, then Vishwakosh, encyclopedic literature, indexes. Okay, you draw in the same manner as it is given in the image. Okay, then next is about necessary training to preserve oral sources. Okay, so you have to write all this necessary training to preserve oral sources, the concept map in your books. Next, criteria for designing a structure of an encyclopedia. We have learned about this: accuracy, meticulousness, objectivity, then standardized format of presentation and updated information. So children, this all you have to draw in your notebooks. Okay, these concept maps are very important. Yes, so children, I hope you have understood this lesson, heritage management. So thank you my dear students. Take care of yourself. Sai Ram.